It's 2 days before our first wedding of the season, and there's lots to do before the bride picks up. First up, we need to cut all the lilacs. Now, it's a little bit earlier to cut the lilacs than I would like, but it's also supposed to be warm today, so I'm really worried that they're just going to blow open and be completely unusable if I don't cut them today, put them in the fridge, and hope for the best. As always, we're going to continue to harvest tulips. I've sort of mentally set aside the ones I want for her order, and so now it's time to actually start putting those in the correct buckets. We need to pick greenery, and then finally we have to assess everything that we have, and then I'll have to buy a few little filler flowers just to make her order complete. So lots of stuff to do. Let's get to it. Okay, so now I want to show you the most exciting part on the acreage right now. Come with me. Look at this. Aren't these anemones so beautiful? I've never had this good of an anemone crop with this many, and I've definitely planted this many and only got like 3 stems. So this is so exciting. So as you can see, this bush is really huge and really overgrown. And so last year when I went to cut, I just went in with my little regular pruners and kind of got what I could reach. But I realized this year, you know what, we're gonna cut this tree down and let it regrow. So why don't I just prune off giant branches, let them fall, and then cut what I need on the ground? So that's what we're gonna do. All right, it is time to cut up this giant mess of lilacs. So wish me luck. Everybody loves lilacs, but unfortunately they're very notorious for drooping and having a bit of a poor vase life. So I'm going to show you the one trick I use to help extend it as much as I can. So unfortunately these blooms are a little bit more open than I would like, but it's like we got to use them or lose them. So all you do is you're just going to take your clippers and the bottom of the stem and just make a cut. Oh, that's not a very good one. Ugh. There we go. Make a cut like that so they can drink as much water as possible. So we took all of the tulips out. There were so many tulips. I think I had about 8 buckets of them. We sorted them all by color. I had wanted to get a lot more footage of it, but I was just so rushed. It's pretty hot today by tulip standards. It's plus 24 degrees Celsius. So of course I had quite a few blow open. We're just gonna make something fun with these just because we'll maybe practice doing the bride's bouquet, and everything else I've got to get in the cooler. So let's go have some fun with these and make a little practice bouquet, and then tomorrow we'll do it for real. So this little table with 2 buckets on it doesn't look like much, but imagine, if you will, a farm stand right in this very spot. So hopefully in about a week, maybe 2, if like things don't go the way we're hoping, there will be a farm stand. And so we're reasonably close to a good stream of traffic. I think it's not going to be too out of the way. People in Saskatchewan also have a tendency of liking to drive to like slightly out of the way locations if it's an interesting place to be, feels like sort of a hidden gem that nobody else knows about. And I think we're just close enough to the city, close enough to Clavette, close enough to a greenhouse that people frequently go to, that I think it should all work out. So imagine. Put everything out, I gotta say, even though it's a practice bouquet, I'm like honestly a little scared because I really find these spring blooms hard to work with. Like the tulips especially, and to a lesser extent the lilacs, really have a mind of their own. So wish me luck. Good. I am so pleased with how this bouquet turned out. I hope I can make the real one just as beautiful, but it's interesting because I went to go take pictures of it, and Sierra and I had the worst time possible trying to translate like how pretty this looks like in real life, and on video it looks amazing, but to get in a photograph, it's awful. And like this is why I hired Julie, but I don't know if Julie's gonna be able to do a photo shoot for me, so her terrible pictures will just have to do. Good morning. Oh man, it is so cold out this morning. Definitely have the sweater on, and if I didn't want to take a nice picture with that bouquet to look somewhat wedding-ish, I would have pants and a sweater. But anyway, so I would hope to do more of the harvesting and collecting and things yesterday. They kind of got away from me. You know, the girls had their sweet little dance recital, and then afterwards we decided to go out with my husband's family, and you know, we were out until 9. So it didn't happen. And then during the morning yesterday, I don't know, just with what needed to be done here on the acreage, I just missed out on the harvesting window. So alas, we're doing it this morning, but at least it's an easy order. Also, a little update. I had mentioned in the last video that, you know, sales for the tulips were not really doing that great, but consistency, I think, has paid off. So what I decided to do is basically every Monday I would list what's available for the week. Every Thursday I would list what's available for the weekend. And honestly, that's my plan going forward the entire summer. And I think my audience is going to get to know that. And then once we have like the stand up and our signs up and everything, then I think there will also be like emails that go out. Same thing every 2 times a week. And you know, the orders are coming in, and every week there's just a few more. And so I think that's really exciting and positive, and hopefully that'll continue over the summer. So anyways, usual, train's coming and I better get harvesting. So let's do this. My workstation is set up, everything is ready to go, and I can actually make this bouquet for real. On this one, but The farm stand is up. It's not fully operational yet. Like, I haven't made a big announcement about it. I might still do some painting. We don't have any signage up yet, but for right now, it's just serving as like a little sheltered drop-off zone, which, hey, I mean, that's a huge improvement, right? And with that wedding order complete, I think the tulip and lilac season here at Shifty Blooms is officially over. Thankfully, I have some orange tulips that I'm going to save for my wedding in 2 weeks, possibly booking an event here that I might need to save some if there's like any extra tulips that just bloom like this week. But really, other than that, I think for the weekly offerings, tulips and lilacs are done. So thanks as always for joining me. I've got to make a few more orders, so we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.